Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Bandwidth for Android App Arena is provided by CacheFly at CACHEFLY.com.
This is Android App Arena episode 27 for Wednesday, January 7th, 2015. Resolutions. This episode is brought to you by lynda.com. Invest in yourself for 2015. Lynda.com has thousands of courses to help you learn new tech, business, and creative skills. For a free 10-day trial, visit lynda.com/arena. That's LYNDA.com/arena. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Android App Arena. I'm your host, Jason Howell. Now, first of all, thank you for sticking with us after a 2-week break. I'm back, gearing up for an awesome 2015 with the show. And yes, obviously, it's a new year. That always means that there's a ton of people looking to make significant life changes, from quitting a bad habit to taking better care of themselves to shaving their heads. All of these things take a level of commitment to pull the trigger and make it happen. Okay, well, honestly, if your goal is to shave your head, but you don't know if you can follow through with it, my advice is just grab a pair of shears. Without even thinking, just give yourself a reverse mohawk in one swoop. Once you've done that, there's no going back. Problem solved. If only all New Year's resolutions were that easy, but for the other ones, the really hard ones that require daily, weekly, monthly commitment, you might fare better with a little help. And that's what I'm hoping to bring to you with today's episode, as I focus on a few apps that'll make it a bit easier for you to get the support you need to take those resolutions and make them stick. Let's take a close look at 3 apps that'll help you commit to your resolutions and shine in the process in today's roundup. Yes, one of the most popular New Year's resolutions has to be the promise that you'll become more active and exercise regularly. My own personal experience is that hiring a trainer, even on a once-a-month check-in basis, is a great way to stay on task with your workout. Personal accountability in this case really goes a long way. But not everyone is interested in shelling out extra cash for that expert insight. I get it. If that's you, have you ever thought about enlisting the help of a BodBot? BodBot is a free app that acts as a personal trainer for you. When you sign up, you're asked a few questions, primarily surrounding your goals. Are you looking to lose fat, gain muscle, just plain be healthy? Tapping one of these goals will start you on the process of tailoring a workout routine that matches that goal, while taking into consideration your time constraints and intensity targets. You can dial in a bunch of specific details around your goals and your own personal profile, and that information ultimately tailors your workouts accordingly. Your body profile, what muscles you want to focus on if you have a preference, what days are best and how much time to spend each time you work out, whether you plan on going it alone at home or you're going to haul yourself into the gym for your own routine, and more. Once you set this information or chosen to go with your plan's default routines, BodBot will create a plan tailored to you. Each exercise is presented with large pictures, video, and descriptors that detail the finer points of each exercise, so you don't do more damage than good by doing them wrong. You can manage your sets, your repetitions, and then check that box which tells BodBot that you did what was asked of you. And that's an achievement in and of itself. Now, if you're willing to pay $10 per month, you can get nutritional advice, wearables integration, though, and this is a big though, Android Wear at the moment is unfortunately absent from the list of devices, so keep that in mind. And finally, you also get deeper analysis of your personal progress over time. But all of that personal training information is actually free, and it's a great start for those of us who simply don't know where to begin. BodBot is free in the Play Store with a $10 monthly subscription for its advanced features. Now, let's say that having a robot overlord isn't motivation enough for you to get your butt in the gym. And if you aren't getting any lighter thanks to procrastination and excuses, what if your wallet was instead? Would that motivate you to get in and get to work? That's the idea behind Pact, a service that aims to make it hurt where it really counts, your pocketbook. Pact puts an actual cash money bounty on your laziness. I'll tell you something, it gets real when you sign up for Pact and you're prompted to either enter your credit card info or tie your PayPal to the service. Just that act alone makes you ask yourself whether you're willing to put your money where your rippling muscles should be. Once you've completed the sign-up process, you determine how many days per week you wish to visit the gym, and more importantly, how much you'll pay if you don't hit that target at the end of the week. The minimum payment is $5 per visit, not per week. So if you choose 3 visits per week and then choose bonbons on your couch instead of deltoid presses at the approved gym, you'll be out $15. That's in 1 week. That payout is then split amongst other users of the app for the same time period, but only if they meet their own goals. It doesn't amount to much on a weekly basis. We're talking anywhere from 25 cents to $5 or so per week if you hit your goals, and you can't cash out until you've stocked up at least $10 in the bank. Tracking your gym activities isn't all you can make a pact around either. Food logging requires the use of another app called MyFitnessPal, and by doing so, you commit to logging at least 1,200 calories of food and 3 meals per day. You can also put a price on following mom and dad's advice and eating your fruits and veggies, and this one requires you to snap a picture of your greens for the Pact community to approve in order to meet your goals there. It all adds up to money out of your pocket if you get too lazy, and that right there is why Pact might work for you. Check out Pact, spelled P-A-C-T, in the Play Store for free. Well, that is, unless you underdeliver. Finally, how about an app that allows you to track not only your fitness goals, but really pretty much anything, thanks to the impressive community involvement by other users. You may have heard of an app called Lyft, and last December, it was renamed to Coach.me, with the idea being that the app and its community act as life coaches, motivating you to tackle those challenges and goals with a little backup. And who doesn't need a little backup? Set up an account and you'll be asked what you want to do. A number of categories are presented to get you all dialed in. There's personal growth, getting fit, you can practice a skill, training your brain, losing weight, quitting a bad habit like smoking. Inside each are a number of specific goals that have been created by members of the community and a few featured goals presented at the top. You can jump into one of these goals to see what building that habit into your routine entails. Sometimes you're given specific instructions on how best to achieve the goal and create a good habit, where other times you're simply given the chance to check in on a goal and mark it as achieved with each successful day, and then you can track that over time. Under coaching options, you can specify whether you want your progress shown to the community, which can garner props from your peers. Also, you can set weekly targets and get reminded if you're the forgetful type. But of even bigger value here is the input of the community inside each goal, which basically means you can ask and answer questions about particular challenges that you encounter as you pursue your goal. Advice from the community at large is completely free. And if that isn't enough, you can link directly to expert coaches that can be enlisted to help you with particular goals at the cost of $14.99 per week. Yes, that is a hefty sum of money, but if you're willing to pay, again, I imagine you're taking your habits firmly into that put your money where your mouth is territory, and that might be just the motivation you need to stay on track during moments of weakness. Check out Coach.me in the Play Store for free. All right, I hope I've given you enough ammo to tackle those New Year's goals the right way, but prepare yourselves because I'm about to undo all that goodwill with today's Hot to Trot. But before I do that, let's take a minute to thank the sponsor of today's episode. That's Lynda.com. I love Lynda.com. Kickstart your new year and challenge yourself to learn something new with a free 10-day trial to Lynda.com. Lynda.com is used by millions of people around the world and has over 4,500 courses on topics like web development, photography, visual design, and business, as well as software training like Excel, WordPress, Photoshop. All of their courses are taught by experts, and new courses are added every week. So what's your plan for 2015? Is it improving your job, skills to ask your boss for a raise, or even making yourself more marketable to find a new job? Are you looking to explore a new hobby, set new financial goals, or find a better work-life balance? Lynda.com has something for everyone. Some of the courses I recommend definitely for this audience: simple Android development tools. There's Android SDK essential tools and programming the Internet of Things with Android. Tons of content for developers. That one, last one, actually shows you how to control devices and appliances with Android apps. And yeah, Lynda.com is just filled with content that I've viewed personally for my own musical production endeavors. I love their music courses. Just a ton of stuff to look at. I guarantee you look at their content, you're going to find something that immediately you're going to want to watch. Do something good for yourself in 2015. Sign up for a free 10-day trial to Lynda.com by visiting lynda.com/arena. With your membership, you'll get unlimited access to every course on Lynda.com. That's including access on your Android and iOS devices, plus new courses as they're added every week. That's lynda.com/arena to try it free for 10 days. Go ahead. I challenge you to learn something new in 2015. There you go. It's lynda.com. All right. So far in this episode, I've given you many tools for your belt to help you make positive changes in your life as we enter the new year. And now I'm ready to burn it to the ground in this week's Hot to Trot. So I'm sorry to do this to you on an episode that is so firmly focused on getting you to tackle your New Year's goals successfully. And I'm pretty sure the last thing you thought I'd wrap up with this week would be anything involving, well, one of the most beloved Italian dishes known to man. Okay, maybe I'm speaking for myself there, but I know I'm not alone in loving a good slice of pizza. Am I right? Sometimes when it's an honest-to-goodness pizza emergency, like let's say you just got done at the gym and now you need to carb load yourself with some pepperoni and extra cheesy goodness, the best question is where the pizza at? In this day and age of smartphones and wearables, almost every idea has been explored, but this is the first time I've seen an app like Pizza Compass. For $1 measly, you can take all that panic and flush it down the toilet, because now you have an app that is dedicated to showing you, be it on your phone or on your Android Wear watch, where to go for a slice of pizza pie. This beautifully crafted compass is presented to you with a delicious slice of pizza in the center that points toward the GPS located direction of the nearest pizzeria and how far it is, so you know just how much longer to walk, no, run, to get that pie in your belly. Don't panic. Just follow the wedge. If you don't like the pizzeria that's presented to you, just swipe in either direction to pull up another 4 options. You never knew you needed a dedicated compass for pizzerias, did you? And I probably should have kept this one to myself, or at least featured it next week, so I'm not undoing all the good of the previous 3 apps. But hey, a pizza emergency should never go unaided. Find Pizza Compass for $1 in the Play Store, and you can thank me later. You probably already know where your favorite pizzeria is, but hey, you know, you take a trip to New York or some other place, you know, it's an emergency. So I understand if you'll install this on your device when you take a trip. There you go. I love hearing from you guys. Your recommendations are very helpful to me always. And now that we've got the new year going, I need them now more than ever. So please send your favorite apps, new categories, whatever you got, whatever you want to see this year on Android App Arena, to our email, arena@twit.tv. There's also a subreddit for the show. I post categories and ask you for your favorite apps in those categories and why you like them. If you have ideas for great apps in those categories, head on over to androidapparena.reddit.com and share them with me. It's a really big help. You can follow me on Google Plus for my random and sometimes app-related ramblings. I also host a live viewing party of each week's episode where I'll be on set to answer any questions you might have about the apps in the show, or really anything Android. That happens every Wednesday, 4:30 p.m. Pacific, following Tech News Tonight at live.twit.tv. And of course, if you missed that live taping, don't worry. Each week's episode will appear later that night on the site and in the feeds. All those details can be found on the show page. That is twit.tv/arena. All right, that's it, folks. Happy New Year. Thanks so much for joining me today. My name is Jason Howell, and I'll see you next week in the arena.